with this word of protection. I wish that we could all climb inside of this book and live inside of this word. Because this word defines us, and this word tells us who we are, no matter what anybody else might say to us. I've been listening to you this week. Have you been listening to you this week? How many people here are hurting in some way? How many people have some hurt or frustration or pain that you haven't been able to tell anybody? And yet I've heard you take the chance to say those things here. Why is that? Why is it that those secret sorrows and those unspoken hurts are put out there? Is that because that this place and this community and these people are willing to live inside of this for a week? And somehow it doesn't mean that we're any less self-centered or selfish or frustrated. I'm very frustrated, particularly to a tall brunette. What is it about us that while we're still all hurting and frustrating and broken and things, that here in this place, because we're living inside of this word, somehow we seem like a safe enough place that others will tell us those spots. I don't know about you, but this felt like a party to me tonight, huh? Yeah? Yeah. And who doesn't like to party? Right? Raise your hand if you don't like to party. Ever been at a party where everybody's having a good time, and you're having a good time, and you're smiling, and you're dancing, and you're like soaking it up, and then underneath there somewhere you're going, I am so alone here. Right? Can you be alone in the midst of so many? And it's not that you're not having a good time, but there's that little thing, what is it, little voice that says, you don't really belong. If they really knew who you were, they would be throwing you out. Yeah? I cover over that stuff with a big personality. I cover over that fear with this. It's down there. It's down there even during the party. So we have a hope and we have a goal here at Leadership Lab. It's wrapped up in everything. It's wrapped up inside of the singing. It's wrapped up inside of the small groupings. It's wrapped up inside of the teachings. It's wrapped up inside of everything. And the goal is this. We believe that you are leaders already. You are gifted in particular ways. You are spectacular. You are spectacular. But we want to anchor you in an understanding of yourself that comes from here, from God's good word, God's loving word, God's valuing word that says, you are mine, no matter what. So that you become leaders that listen, that leaders who care, leaders who don't trample over people. Because if you're a leader and you just trample over people, well then you're not really working to go to the kingdom. So all of this is to say that you know yourself to be bruised and broken, and the people that you're with are the same. So factor that into every opportunity you have to be God's person in that relationship, God's person in that leadership place, right? Now, I want to tell you that all of this that I have said is not what I'm planning to say. It just all kind of came to me as I was watching the party. So why don't you go on back and sit down. And may the words of my mouth, O God, and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in your sight. For you are our strength, you are our Redeemer, you are the way that we fight our battles. Help us, O Lord, to encounter others in this world, others in our lives, the way that you have gifted us and inspired us, the way that you promised to keep us now and forever. Amen. Lord, you're like a different, it's like a D. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Amen. So I need you to help me with something. We're ready to start. I want you to use your imagination, and I want you to picture. I want you to picture this scene. Imagine a large room with wood floors, high ceiling, kind of about the size of a basketball court, with the bleachers kind of pushed off. The lights are kind of turned down, but not too low. Let's call it semi-moonlighting. No real shadow corners in this space. Now, lined up on each side of the room, the long sides of the room, are two groups of people who are standing in small groups, standing in pairs and couples, pairs and fivesomes, and maybe in lines, and some of them are in tight circles, and there's a few who are just kind of standing there by themselves. You know? And they're sort of looking like opposing armies on either side of a battlefield. Huh? And even though these two groups of people have everything in common, you would think that they would all be together, joined together in the middle of the room. They are on either side. But between these two groups, there is a vast no man's land. Now we should say no person's land. And to cross over from one side to the other is a very, very dangerous proposition. Yes, my friends, I am talking about a middle school dance. A middle school party in the gymnasium of your school. Now, I don't know if it's like that anymore, but that's the way it was back when I was in middle school. It wasn't like that. Well, there's a small group of people like that. Of all the places that I have ever been, all the places I've traveled, I have to say that this is the scariest place I've ever been. And the space in the middle between the boys' side and the girls' side is 3 miles wide. Yeah? One time I remember my friends encouraged me, go ahead. Do it. They challenged me, we dare you to go over there. You know you want to. There was even a little bit of ridicule. What's the matter? Are you afraid? Yeah. What they were talking about is really simple. I mean, how many of you know how to walk? I mean, you walk all the time. I knew how to walk. How tough would it be to walk from one side of the gym to the other? Can't be that tough. And how hard is it to say 7 words? Yeah? 7 words. Do you want to dance with me? Everybody? Do you want to dance with me? How hard can that possibly be? There she was across the room, Karen Rudd. Don't laugh at her name. She was the girl of my present dreams and hopes. I thought she was pretty. I knew she was friendly. She was in my social studies and language arts class. We sat next to each other. She and I talked all the time, even when we weren't supposed to be talking. But that night, my friends, the distance between Karen and me was like the distance between here and the moon. No, here and Mars. Okay? And why should it be so? Why should it be so? You know why? Would you like to dance with me? What if she says no? Right? What if I was to cross over the great divide between the boys and the girls' side with everybody watching and knowing what I was about to do? Except, of course, the 5 couples who were in the middle of the room, up toward the band, dancing, and the 15 people who were bought out already, standing at the soda machines. If I cross over there and I speak those 7 dangerous words, and she says no, what then? What will happen then? Right? Then I will be stuck over on the other side of the room like I am stuck out in a desert, and I might as well be dead. Right? Actually, you have choices. You have choices when the girl says, no, I don't want to dance with you. 8 devastating words. And I actually know these choices by experience. Just say, choice number 1, you can say, wait, this is a dance, isn't it? Why did you come here in the first place? I mean, if you didn't want to dance, why would you go to a dance? One of the mysteries of life, my friends. I mean, some people call this a mixer. We're supposed to mix with each other, and dancing is mixing. Option number 1 is to argue with the girl. Girls, is this going to work? Guys, has this ever worked? No, it doesn't work. Today, we call it stalking, and you can get arrested. Option number 2. Option number 2 is to beg. Please dance with me. Just one dance. Anyway, this dance is almost over. If you just dance with me for a little while until it ends. Both option number 1 and number 2 make you look desperate, which of course is what you are. You are desperate. You are a big fool for daring to walk across the desert. And you see, that's the real problem, isn't it? That's the real terror at a middle school dance. Is that you're going to look like an idiot in front of everybody who's going to see you on Monday. Hey, look, they say on Monday, that's Roman Christel. He went across. He never came back. While it's happening, they go, look, Christelle's going across the floor. I'm going to ask Karen. They all know who I'm going to ask. Because, of course, they all know that I was planning to do it. And probably they all know what she's going to say, except they haven't told me. Thank you very much. Option number 3. Option number 3, when she says no, is to ask someone else. Right? So you go to Donna. Donna and I have been friends since like we were in kindergarten, right? We've played in the snow together. We've played at the park together. We live like 2 blocks away from each other. We go to the same church. Donna, would you like to dance? And she goes, no. And why does she say no? Because she doesn't want to look like the second choice. Right? Loser Donna, second choice to Karen, who she doesn't even like. Right? So Donna says no, and you go to June. June lives on the other side of town, but you've known her since 3rd grade. Right? June says no. No girl wants to be the 3rd choice. So you move on. You ask number 4, not a chance. 5, no. You get past 5, every girl after that is looking down at her shoes, which are all shiny, and all dance shoes, which they are not going to use with you. At this point, you are hoping and praying that your heart simply stops beating. Now, the problem with your heart stopping beating at this point is really that, they got defibrillators that don't bring you back to life. And then you'll have these 2 burn marks on your chest, which all the guys will see in gym and go, now, choice number 4, when they say no to you, is that you simply pretend like you were heading to the soda machine, which is like going to Florida by way of California. And everybody knows that, that's not why you went. So, the middle school dance is a place of terror, absolute terror and danger. I would rather go to a 3rd world country. Why should it be that way? Because, of course, this is one of the places in your life where you could be absolutely, completely, and utterly embarrassed and ashamed at the very same time. You could be reduced to the value of dirt, which I looked up over at Walmart today, $1.69 for 20 pounds. So when I was in middle school, I, at that point, would be worth $6.76. 80 pounds. That's all I was. Which is why most people stand on either side of the gym, right? And they never cross over the desert. Most are not going to take the risk, right? And then there's those who did it once, maybe even twice, and now would just rather not to go to the dance at all. Except that your mom and dad say, you always have so much fun there. Yeah, all right. Mom, would you take me to have a root canal tomorrow instead of the dance? No, I tried to ask Angie to ask Karen if she would dance with me. I tried to hint to Karen, hey, will I see you at the dance? But finally, there was actually no substitute for just going across the room. You got to go across the room, and you got to ask. It's so hard that it causes terror because on the one hand, it matters what people think of you, doesn't it? We say it doesn't matter, right? Have you ever heard it doesn't matter what people think of you? What kind of big lie is that? It really matters what people think of you, right? And it matters what they're going to say about you tomorrow and the day after that, right? You know it matters. I know it matters. And Mom tells you that. But Mom knows it matters too. Because moms had the same heartbreak. And so is Dad. And even though we all make mistakes, and even though we all drop the ball, and even though we all mess up at one point or another, the fear of that humiliation keeps us standing in our small groups, afraid to go across, afraid to go and find out. To find out if maybe actually there is love over there. To find out maybe that there's acceptance over there. We're afraid to find out if there might be laughter and joy over there. Because the fear just sucks out all of our courage. The absolute fear is that we will be left at the end of the dance standing by ourselves when everyone else is found something. And so we leave the dance and hope to God. Pray to God in heaven, who is so good, so good, so good. Please, God, never allow there to ever be a dance ever again. The truth is, though, that every day of our lives is filled with a chance of rejection. Every day of our lives is filled with a chance of shame. Every day of our lives is a day when we are filled up with those past rejections and those past things that have hurt us and still haunt us. Every day we remember how we've been excluded, how we've been disconnected, how we've been shoved off to the side. Every day we might hear those haunting words, those hurting words, those exclusive words, those judging words. Every day can make you feel like you're out in the desert and you got nothing to drink. It makes us so thirsty for just some kind of water. Water that will quench this thirst. So tonight, I'd like you not just to listen, but to see the Holy Gospel, according to St. John, the 4th chapter.
Jacob's well was there, and Jesus, tired out by the trip, sat down by the well. It was about noon. A Samaritan woman came to draw some water.
Give me a drink of water.
His disciples had gone into town to buy food.
You're a Jew and I'm a Samaritan. So how can you ask me for a drink?
Jews will not use the same cups and bowls that Samaritans use.
If you only knew what God gives, and who it is that is asking you for a drink, you would ask him. And he would give you a life-giving water.
Sir, you don't have a bucket and the well is deep. Where would you get that life-giving water? It was our ancestor Jacob who gave us this well. He and his children and his flocks all drank from it. You don't claim to be greater than Jacob, do you?
Those who drink this water will get thirsty again. But those who drink the water that I will give them will never be thirsty again. The water that I will give them will become in them a spring, which will provide them with life-giving water and give them eternal life.
Sir, give me that water. Then I will never be thirsty again, nor will I have to come here to draw water.
Go and call your husband and come back.
I don't have a husband.
You're right when you say you don't have a husband. You've been married to 5 men, and the man you live with now is not really your husband. You've told me the truth.
You are a prophet, sir. My Samaritan ancestors worshipped God on this mountain. But you Jews say that Jerusalem is the place where we should worship God.
Believe me, woman. The time will come when people will not worship the Father either on this mountain or in Jerusalem. You Samaritans do not really know whom you worship. But we Jews know whom we worship because it is from the Jews that salvation comes. The time is coming. And is already here. When by the power of God's Spirit, people will worship the Father as he really is, offering him the true worship that he wants. God is Spirit, and only by the power of his Spirit can people worship him as he really is.
I know that the Messiah will come. And when he comes, he will tell us everything.
I am he. I who am talking with you.
Jesus' disciples returned, and they were greatly surprised to find him talking with a woman. But none of them said to her, "What do you want?" or asked him, "Why are you talking with her?" Then the woman left her water jar and went back to the town.
Come and see the man who told me everything I've ever done. Could you be the Messiah?
Jacob's well was there, and Jesus tied up by the tree.
Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ. This is the gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ. This is the good news. Are you that enthusiastic on Sunday morning to back at your own church? Man, this is the best news there is. This is the gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ. So this woman had actually given up on human companionship altogether. She seemed to be kind of a failure, right? She was a loser 5 times. She had gone through 5 husbands 5 times across the gym floor. Now I'm thinking the first husband was probably the love of her life, and he had died. Maybe he was the only one who ever really got her, understood her, accepted her as she was. Number 2 and 3 had left her because she had never gotten over number 1. You know how that goes, right? The last 2, 4 and 5, probably she left because they were abusive. And now she is willing to trade whatever love she has left for any kind of companionship because she doesn't want to be alone. And it feels like a dead end. But no other woman in the town will associate with her now because they're just plain afraid of her, or because they think that she might set their sights on their husband, right? Or because they look at her as such a loser and they just judge her. Or because they pity her so much that she doesn't even want to be with them. So she goes to the well outside of the town at noon, the hottest time of the day. When you go to the well to get water for your family, you go early in the morning. You draw the water when it's cooler. And you do it as a group of people in fellowship. It makes labor easier, right? She's going at noon when no one else would be drawing the water. It's uncomfortable only in the heat. But she doesn't have to endure the looks. And there's no way she's going back to the dance. Not ever again. And that's when she meets Jesus at the well. She is so hurt and so broken and so protecting of herself that when he tries to engage with her, she tries to keep him at a distance. Let's do some kind of insulting thing. Who, a Jew, asking me, a Samaritan, for something to drink? Or, sir, I see you're a prophet. Let's do a theological talk, and I will keep it safe when we talk about God. She is so thirsty for love, and thirsty for acceptance, and thirsty for living water, and yet she is afraid that she can't take the risk again to let anybody in close enough, and Jesus knew all that. So he offers her life-giving water for her thirst. You see, Jesus is like a rising flood. You can't hold the water back. You can build all the levees you want. You can sandbag higher and higher to protect your heart against him. But he is coming in. He is living water, life-giving water for the thirsty soul. In fact, he is a flood of living water. He is not afraid to cross over because Jesus is the Lord of the dance. She is broken and he is the glue to put the pieces back together. She is afraid to cross over again, and he is the gentle stream carrying her back in. She is weary, he is patient. She is sarcastic, he is understanding. She argues and he listens deep. Underneath her words, And through that conversation, Jesus offers her the best thing that he has to give. He offers himself. I'm the water. Living water for her thirsty soul. He was acceptance. He was forgiveness. He was salvation. He was love, because he knew her from the inside out. So that when she runs back to town, she says, he told me everything I had ever done. Could he be? Could he be? Might he be the Messiah, the chosen one of God? She's not asking a question. She is telling them who she just met. He is revealing water, forgiving water, cleansing water. Jesus is inside the waters of our baptism with a promise that I am for you and I am with you on this side of the desert. I'm with you as you're walking across. And I'm with you whether the answer is yes or no. We can walk across the room because of him. We can try new things because of him. We can wash our failures off in him. We can live through the times of shame and embarrassment because he meets us in those desert places. Because he knows about our separations. Because he knows about the ways we have been excluded. He knows about the hurting words that we have heard. He knows. And he knows, and he is there. And we can endure the rejections because of him. We can admit our fears, and we can tell our stories of our hurts. We can tell the stories of our failure to love or our failures to receive love, because he is love and he is water. Jesus is the one who meets us at the wells of our fear and failure. He is the one who meets us on the other side of the room. He will give us living water. He will give us loving water, because best of all and most of all, he will always say yes. I will dance with you. Yes, I will dance with you all night long. I will dance with you, and I will love you forever. Who do you say Jesus is? Who do you say? Some say he was an outlaw. He roamed across the land with a band of obscure ruffians and a few of fishermen. No one knew just where he came from or exactly what he'd done, but they said it must be something bad that kept him on the run. Some say he was a poet, that he sat upon a hill, and his voice could calm an angry crowd or make the waves stand still. Then he spoke in many parables that few could understand, and the people sat for hours just to listen to this man. Some say he was a sorcerer, a man of mystery. He could walk upon the water, he could make a blind man see. Then he conjured wine